Yesterday, I was feeling a little bit frustrated and decided to let it all out in a little rant-style video, kind of talking about how everything's been going on at DC and Marvel. It's very boring. It's the same stuff over and over that's failing continuously, but there is no change. I did mention that there was the reveal that there's going to be a gay Spider-Man coming up within Marvel Comics, but I haven't talked about it in a video. So might as well cover it. I've been covering all the other stuff. And we also had the big reveal in Iron Cat #1, who this new foe of Felicia Hardy is within the Iron Cat suit. And not shockingly, the reveal has something to do with a bisexual relationship within the Marvel Comics universe that was established not too long ago, despite the character of Felicia Hardy being around for essentially 40 years. Like I said, I've been covering all the other stuff. Might as well cover this as well. But before that, I know a lot of people might not be enjoying the comic books right now, but they're enjoying a lot of the really cool covers. A lot of shops are doing really inventive things, going out there and getting unique covers for their comic books. One of those is Comics Elite, friends of the channel, and they wanted me to let you guys know about this new Edge of Spider-Verse #1 variant cover that they created in partnership with Big Time Collectibles and Comic Kingdom of Canada. This cover is by Felipe Massafera. This is rumored to be a key comic book, and it almost is guaranteed to be because they are going to be introducing brand new Spider-Man characters essentially in every single one of these issues. Cover A with the trade dress is limited to 3,000 prints. Cover B, the Virgin print, is limited to 1,000, and the Virgin cover is only available in sets on the website. Supplies of the Virgin cover are very limited, so make sure you show up there as soon as you see this if you're interested in these covers. And Drew and the guys at Comics Elite did want me to tell you that all regular covers are 25% off until Monday, July 4th on the Comics Elite website, so definitely go check that one out. Now let's talk about some of the reveals that are coming up within the Edge of Spider-Verse, which is essentially going to end the Spider-Verse as we know it. Dan Slott's, is it his best contribution to Marvel Comics? It's one of the only contributions of note, let's put it that way. Marvel will debut the first gay Spider-Man in the upcoming Edge of Spider-Verse #5. Edge of Spider-Verse #5 writer Steve Fox shared an image on Marvel's first gay Spider-Man, Webweaver, onto his Twitter account. Something I realized immediately when conceiving Webweaver is that he can't and shouldn't represent all gay men. Fox posted, "No single character can. His fearlessly femme identity is central to who he is, but it's not the story, which you can experience for yourself in September." I do agree with Mr. Fox. You can't represent all gay men just with a single gay character, but by the looks of Webweaver, he really does represent all gay characters currently within Marvel and DC Comics, because every gay character within Marvel and DC right now are femme. It feels like we've gone in the Wayback Machine and Will and Grace is new and edgy again, and every single character is a caricature within Marvel and DC Comics. This is something that I've said plenty of times here on the channel, and I imagine it's something a lot of you have been noticing throughout not just comic books, but throughout entertainment. As far as placing this character into the Edge of Spider-Verse miniseries, it makes sense. There's going to be a lot of different Spider-Man variants, although I'm not sure that this is actually a Spider-Man variant, because when he shows the image of the suit and what inspired it, it's clearly not inspired by like Spider-Man. It's got different colors, different patterns and stuff like that. So maybe that is a leap in logic calling this the first gay Spider-Man, but he is the first gay, I guess, spider character associated with Spider-Man in the Spider universe. I don't know. If you're going to make it, it makes sense to be here because you have a pig version of a spider. You have a Kraven version of a spider now. You've got a Gwen version of a spider. You have everybody as Spider-Man in this stupid universe. It would make sense that at least one of the characters, I guess, would be gay. I'm wanting something different. If you're going to introduce a new gay variant of characters, first of all, don't do that because you've been doing it so much. Everyone else besides myself has gay fatigue. But if you're going to do it, let's get a different representation of what a gay man can be in Marvel and DC Comics. It's getting pretty old at this point to see the same character over and over and over again with just a new skin on the character. Let's do something creative and something different so they're not immediately discarded with all the other knockoff characters that we have too many versions of. We do have a little bit more information about Edge of Spider-Verse #5 and Webweaver. Fox initially announced that Webweaver would debut in a post on June 16th. He also posted solicitation information for the issue, which is additionally co-written by Dan Slott, Phil Lord, and Chris Miller, with art by Bob McLeod and more. The synopsis reads, 3 brand new Spider-Man. Get there, start here. Web Weaver, a not so mild-mannered fashion designer at Van Dyne, gets spider powers and shows us a very different kind of Spider Slayer. The series also introduces a handful of new variants alongside Web Weaver, including a Kraven the Hunter's Hunter Spider, a web-slinging Tyrannosaurus Rex, Felicia Hardy, Black Cat's new Night Spider persona, and more. The 5 issues of Edge of Spider-Verse will build to an epic finale, the end of the Spider-Verse, which Marvel will release later this year. The names Lord and Miller certainly do pique my interest as a comic book reader. Obviously, they're better known for what they've done in films, but those 2 guys together are very creative. So I imagine there's going to be something within this comic book that is going to be great. Do I think Web Weaver will be one of those? Absolutely not. This just looks like another gay caricature version, but they put a Spider-Man type costume on the character. I'm glad the Spider-Verse is ending. Maybe this means that Dan Slott won't be at Marvel Comics very much longer. He really hasn't done much of note, and certainly not all that much good over the past several years. He was on Spider-Man way too long, ran out of good ideas. Obviously, he had to make all these variant versions of Spider-Man. I don't think a Kraven the Hunter variant version of a Spider-Man is all that interesting or creative either. Feels like they're kind of running out of ideas. Although a web-slinging Tyrannosaurus Rex definitely does sound like a lot more fun. I imagine that's actually Lord and Miller themselves, because those guys are actually creative and can do things that people look forward to and probably entertain them. So it's just more of the same. It's just more of the same from Marvel Comics. It's like the only thing that they can do now. If you're going to make the very first gay Spider-Man character in this Edge of Spider-Verse comic book, at least go out of your way to do something creative, something interesting, maybe something no one's ever seen in Marvel Comics before. Sure, we've never seen a gay femmed-up version of Spider-Man in Marvel Comics, but we've seen a gay femmed-up version of a lot of other characters already. How about getting some diversity as far as the representation for gay men within Marvel and DC Comics? Because it's about time. I mean, if I was a gay dude and I'm reading Marvel and DC, I'd be fed up that apparently everyone thinks because I'm gay, I'm like Jack from Will and Grace. It's enough is enough, but we are not done, because it's Marvel Comics and this is their only go-to. Marvel's Iron Cat's secret identity has been revealed, as the person behind the armor has a shocking connection to Black Cat in Iron Cat #1. By Marvel Comics, Felicia Hardy faces off against a woman who has turned her Iron Man-like armor into her own weapon. However, when she takes off her mask, it's revealed to be Tamara Blake, Black Cat's ex-girlfriend and former training partner who wants revenge for the death of Black Fox. Now Black Cat will need Tony Stark's help in taking down her ex-girlfriend, as she'll soon suit up in her own armor to do so. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Oh, wait, we all saw that one coming. That's like their only go-to at this point. And I know a lot of people out there are going, wait, I remember Tamara Blake. That's not a newer character. She's kind of been around for a long time. Felicia Hardy's only been around since like 1980. She's only been around for 40 years. But I don't ever remember them actually being in a relationship. If you say I don't remember Felicia Hardy being lesbian or bisexual, you're not the only one. Despite the character being around for 40 years, being fully fleshed out and having relationships with lots of men, it was revealed by Jed McKay, the writer of Iron Cat, last year in Black Cat #3, that Felicia Hardy has a lot of ex-lovers, including 2 women, one of them being Tamara Blake. This is the only reference in the history of Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, that says that she's a bisexual character. Jed McKay did not create Black Cat Felicia Hardy. He has written the last 2 solo series, but guess what? The readership really isn't there. And that's why one of the reasons a lot of people are like, man, Moon Knight's really good. Anything Jed McKay writes, I'm going to check out. I'm not in that boat, because I read Taskmaster, and Taskmaster was awful. You know what else I read? I read Black Cat, and his Black Cat wasn't very good. And guess what else I read? I read his Strange comic book, and that one wasn't very good. It's definitely feeling like Moon Knight is the outlier. It's the anomaly within Jed McKay's writing time at Marvel Comics. He does a lot of stupid stuff. And of course, he's got to retcon the sexual orientation of Felicia Hardy, despite clearly being a heterosexual woman for 40 years within the publisher. But Jed McKay came along, and he's a big name, so it's time to start making changes to the characters. This shit is getting ridiculous. That's all there is to it. Marvel Comics and DC Comics are losing their identity as superhero publishers. They're quickly becoming LGBTQ like romance light novels. That's what they're publishing right now. There's a reason a lot of people are walking away. It's time for them to get back to the characters. Stop letting all these stupid hack, new age, lame ass creators come in and start changing characters. You want to make something new? Go make something new. Go make Webweaver, but actually make the character memorable next time. New creators coming in and destroying other people's work in the name of Pride and Pride Month is not a new phenomenon at DC. It's not a new phenomenon at Marvel Comics. I've talked about this extensively. If you want some more information about how Pride is absolutely killing superheroes and the characters, definitely check out this video.